Welcome another Friday closing bell. As you can see, market just holding up above the 1683.84, which is this level here. That's very significant. Let me just draw it quickly here. I don't spend too much time tonight. It's 1680. It's holding above the 50-day moving average, which is very good because we see other markets have done well. Looking at the weekly chart, you can see markets is range bound, call it what you want to. It's a lot of support at the 1650. However, a different story that goes for the small cap stock. As you can see, it's breaking below the 200-day moving average, and the mid cap stock really have the resistance of holding up. Now on the Straits Times, you can see here the 50-day moving average definitely a showstopper. It couldn't break below that. It was range bound and then subsequently going lower. Singapore is gonna be close, well, I hate to say it, maybe in December, around 2880. Perhaps, this all got to do with US interest rate rise in States. Okay, let's look at the future very quickly. Market is show stopping 1680, 1692 when as high as that. Today closed at 1678. So it's tough looking at this. Technically, we want this to break up. It doesn't. It may look like a down day from next week onwards. Again, all this going to be depend on what we see now. Right now, I'm seeing crude oil is also down 2%, and that's not good news, judging from what it is. Okay, let's look at the CPO. CPO have a nice breakout day, surprisingly. The US dollar rebounding back. Strengthening the US dollar means CPO will be cheaper, and breaking above 2.3 and 2.369. Okay. Looking next at we've done the cloth. We're going to go to the foreign funds. Foreign fund has started to buy for first time 3 days in November. Let's see if this will continue next week. A nice rise since 18th of November. Okay. The regional. Let's look at the regional now. Very quickly. I want to keep this short and snappy. Okay, Dow Jones, that's the one we'll be looking at due to the Thanksgiving Day markets moving. And notice this is a really nice base building in here. Classic, it's look like it's going to break. But the top story is that we have is crude oil slump, which I will show you next. This one we are looking at, perhaps a break above the 1790 would be a nice start of it. But again, US interest rate, which is really boring. Today we have the Shanghai sell-off because two of the top broker houses has been investigated, used to be investigated, and they were sort of what's that? The government it's saying that the two top broker securities are cahoot with some of the speculators, and that's what the market dropped down in here. And that has also spooked the Hang Seng, which in turn also bring down Singapore market. Okay, Nikkei is still holding above 200. Australia again still range bound here. Everything will be pointing to the US dollar. Okay, let's look at the gold prices. Gold continued to slump today. Wow, first time I've seen it drop so much. You can see gold is definitely a bad subject now, breaking to 1000. Right, it's gonna be a tough game. The ringgit has weakened back due to the strengthened US dollar in there. Again, all has weakened. Now, looking back at the wicks, which measure the volatility between the put and call, we have seen wicks moving to around 15.19, came off from 16.99. So that's going to be seeing a little bit more upside on Dow Jones. But let's look at crude oil, which is a subject here. Okay, we look at crude oil, what we've seen so far. Crude oil has, right? Hey, is this crude oil? Is this right? It's not, that's an old one, isn't it? Oh, that's for Thanksgiving. If you add in today with the slump that I've seen today, we're probably at 42 here. Okay, hasn't been updated yet. Alright, I wonder, this is on the 25th, today is 27, you can see that one. Okay, light crude oil. Let's update this again. Yeah. We're still on the 25th, so we haven't seen any slump yet. So we look at the 27, then we will know. Okay, going back to the stocks that pick that we have. Now last week wasn't really a great week. We see a lot of selling in here. Prolexus came off. Harlex was up to 20th. Okay, break up and then all the 4-5 days down. And this looked like a 2-bar reversal. Weakness really came in. You can see that. Right, 2-bar reversal down. When you have a nice line change, in came the bad news. EduSpec, same thing. 20th September was classic, came off. CTEX also went higher, finally came back down to. We didn't do the Chinese stock. Okay, let's look at this week's stock. We have KPJ, PBA, Mingho, and GCCP. For the Chinese stock, I have PCCW. Okay, which looks like this. Nice up rise, been going up since then. Haven't got much of the volume here. That's one of the main concern. Okay, those are the stocks. Now let's go back to a summary for this week. The problem we see overall is the support now at 1670, but the tension are given to the small cap stock. Breaking below the 50, 200-day moving average just seems to be pointing more to the downside. Crude oil is looking down. So let's see how Dow Jones will be tonight. So that's all I have for this week, closing back for 27th of November 2005. And good night.